What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside with me, your host, Aaron Scholl. Today's date is February 20th, 2025. How's everyone doing out there? It's a Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are celebrating by being thirsty. Thirsty Thursday. That's stuck. That's up there with Taco Tuesday. If I go Taco Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, just generic day holidays. It's like if you need about 2 holidays a week, we got them on the T days for you. We got them on the Tuesdays and the Thursdays. Dude, I had a freaking amazingly productive day yesterday. It feels like, yet I still didn't do everything I wanted to do, and I think I'm gonna have to accept that I'll fall short time and time again. When I got so much on my plate. When I just put so much on my plate because I plan on eating. Well, I plan on eating all the sheeple because I'm a lion and I got so much on my plate and I'm too busy hustling. And now my food's all cold and I got to put it in the microwave. I went to the gym, took a chilly shower before I went to the gym. Had a good workout. I'm sore. I can tell my testosterone is so much higher. Andrew Huberman did a short episode on testosterone and estrogen optimization, and he mentioned taking a cold shower and then lifting is like one of the best ways to raise your testosterone. So what I tell you, and I did it, and I felt the effects, man. I was like ready to get shit done. Apparently it will raise that hormone for up to 48 hours. Going back to the gym is tough though. One, you have to kind of accept how weak you are. And you always get the feeling of like, damn man, if I could have done this 3 months ago, I'd be fucking sexy right now. But I think like getting a nice body, a body that feels good and I'm happy in, is important to me. I was running, man, and I was running like really slow, but I feel like after the amount of running that I did last year, like running has kind of changed for me. There's like something about it that feels so much more natural. I think my body has like a more set like rhythm or kind of gait to it. So it's interesting to run now. And then even after just like 20 minutes of going very slow, just by faster than a walk, I started feeling good. So that was good. And then I did my freaking squats and my overhead press and my deadlifts, and the weights weren't too heavy, but they felt pretty heavy to me. So I'm actually feeling like in my upper chest, not really in my shoulders. Actually, no. Now that I touch my shoulders, they're tender. It's just tiny muscles. There's just not a lot of it to be sore. But now that I kind of touch it, I'm like, oh shit. I'm running a little late today. I did the nsdr before the podcast just because I could tell by the end of the day I was hurting. Even though I was kind of like, even though I just said I was kind of on like whatever the high of working out and being sore and having my hormones all up, it's still exercise. It still takes a lot of energy and calories, and it's still like something I can't just recover from instantly. So yeah, I hopped in. I did my nsdr a little bit earlier. I think I did fall asleep for about an hour then, or maybe a little bit more. But now I'm feeling good. I did all of that before my second or third coffee, so I'm getting my second and third coffee in me, and I'm going to go to comedy here. Hopefully some of the crazy things I say to myself actually translate to being funny and understandable to normal people. Man, I gotta say, having a decent show last Friday really saved some of my comedy psyche ego. Because it's like, you listen to the pros. Like I listened to little Bill Burr today. I think this podcast is kind of modeled after the Bill Burr podcast 100%, because he talks about his life, talks about like a little bit of cultural things, sports. I don't really talk about sports, but and then he goes into advice. Yeah, but he does. So yeah, trying to channel my inner Bill Burr, and he was making me laugh. I don't know if he said anything crazy. But that's worth mentioning. I'm just. It's just nice to go back to take someone's podcast and be like reminded of how fun it was. Like, I just love the voices, and he's so animated and passionate, and like he kind of stayed himself. Like yeah, the world like broke him a little bit over the past 5 years. But not really. Not like in a way that he's like some type of ideologue. He's still himself. But yeah, he was mentioning, he was like, that's the only way to get better. Do it all the time. It's like, oh shit. And me, who wants to get better, or at least says he wants to get better. It's like, how many times are you doing it? Once a week? What the hell's wrong with you? So yeah, I'm having a bit of an identity crisis today. Hopefully when I get into the pack of guys and we start joking around and everyone's killing on stage or they're bombing on stage, and it's like you're in the thick of it. Hopefully some of the love of the game will come back to me. I need just need like an extra 4 hours in the day. No, okay, 2 would be good. An extra 2 hours in the day would be great. And those extra 2 hours would be great energy, great motivation, and productivity. But yeah, I think I was going to talk about my day. Jim went to the grocery store, went to the fancier grocery store, bought like shit I don't need. Had a good lunch at work today because of that. I got a bucket of cookies. I don't know why I'm like so ashamed of this. I walk in and there's lobster mac and cheese, which is always never as good as it sounds, but they had like a little mini one. It was still expensive as fuck, but I got it. Cooked that up yesterday. Have another half a thing of that. I don't know why I was like scared to tell people. I don't know. You don't want to brag. Definitely feel like, and I like have so little bills that it feels like I have a lot of disposable income just relative to my responsibility. And so many people are struggling and be like, oh, I just splurged and bought cheesy lobster noodles. Don't want that constantly remind people of the weird place I am in my life. That kind of can bring me to some thoughts I've been having, and I've mentioned it a couple times, like wanting to save up to a certain amount of money and make a move and probably do like the cliche thing and then move to Austin. And it's scary to think about, and it's something I have been thinking about. And sometimes moments of regret come up. It's like, oh, but I love my friend and I love my family, and it's like I'm gonna go be alone in a city where I don't have that. It's scary. But then I think about like, well, it's like, say it's a year from now. It's like, would you regret not doing it, or would you regret doing it? And I think I would. I think if I was where I am today, a year ago, or a year from now today, if I was right here in this same room, like hopefully doing the podcast to some extent, that wouldn't be a regret. But if I was in this same room doing the same podcast, it just gets so sad so fast. I basically have like 7 years to really get my shit together before things get so sad. So we're going to try to avoid that and that sad outcome. And even if, obviously I'm not going to be like some high status rich guy when I move down there. If anything, I'm going to be poorer. But at least I'll kind of be on my own, being ambitious, giving myself a chance. So yeah, I think coming to the realization that I would regret not doing it a lot more than doing it is really keeping me on task. Yeah, and it's like, and I'm a little disappointed for napping because I wanted to like kind of cram in some other stuff too, or just one other task I wanted to do some editing. But I took that nap and now I have to leave for comedy in 15 to 30 minutes. So it just is what it is. Luckily, I asked for tomorrow off like 4 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago. Oh my God, I'm so happy I don't have to go to work tomorrow. My goal is to like wake up at like 9 and like try and do a ton of shit. I got the food that I got at the grocery store. Gonna cook that. Gonna try and go to the gym again, and that'll be like every other day going to the gym for that 3-day window. But still, dude, that's the best all year. So I'm excited for that. You know, as much as being sore sucks, it's sort of like your reward. It's like, yeah, it sucks to move, but this like suckiness is fighting the entropy of life. Like this suckiness is like your little kind of bitter pill that's gonna result in, you know, looking better, feeling better in the long run. Oh man, I've been listening to this book, Evolution of Desire. David Buss. I've mentioned David Buss before, and I've listened to one of his books. It's called Why Women Have Sex. Interesting story. And you know, he does like a lot of sex stuff and mating stuff, and it's super interesting. And I think that's why I like it, because that's a problem that I have to figure out and solve. You know, it is daunting to think about like fucking up reproduction and being like, oh shit, I didn't fucking do the thing that the objective thing life wants you to do. It's just embarrassing. Like I can't stand the thought of just not doing the objective. Like, of course, being a human, maybe it's a little bit more complicated than just like do the deed and make sure your species lives on, but in another way, it's not. In another way, it's kind of that easy. It's kind of that simple. A lot of information. I don't know if I can process it too well or reproduce anything that I've been like thinking about. That I've been like, that's so crazy. It is cool to talk about, to just hear someone talk about just like mate poaching, like the way people talk about their rivals, like, and it was so ironic. This song came on. I wish I could find it, but let me get it. Let me tell you the gist of it, and then I'll search for it. So the song is like a rap song, and it's just shitting on the girl's current man. But you know, the way like kind of people disparage their rivals is pretty like uniform. Not uniform, but there's like 3 or 4 points they hit. It's like you tell him like, oh, he's not loyal. You say, oh, he doesn't have any ambition. Oh, he's actually like pretty ugly. Oh, he's actually pretty dumb. And then this song, basically, as I'm listening to like it being broken down by evolutionary psychology, there's this song playing in the background of a rapper just, you know, in like a kind of funny tongue-in-cheek way, tearing down his sexual rivals to get with a girl, but like he does the strategies. He does those certain insults to lower his status or make his rival seem unappealing. So it was just a crazy kind of ironic moment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I can't think of any of the lyrics. It's going to bug me too that I don't remember that. And you know what also I'm thinking about is he did do a section where he talked about like humor and why maybe humor is kind of seen as something women look for. At least that's what they say. That is one thing that I would kind of be a little bit skeptical of is like all of these are like kind of self-assessed is what it seems like, and there's a part of me that thinks maybe women would lie about what they want. But I would say all in all, like maybe there's one or two things that are sort of not right, just because it's self reported, and maybe women want to kind of not admit what they do or what they want, or like the circumstances for which they'll have casual sex. But you know, but I think about like the 95%, that probably is spot on, and it's really kind of refreshing just to hear it said. And it's like things people already know. It's like guys will pretend that they want a casual relationship, and really they just want like no, guys will pretend that they want a committed relationship to get casual sex. Women will pretend they're not too into committed relationships to kind of later along the line get a committed relationship. So it's like just kind of things we've all known. Closing time, you get 1 point hotter at closing time if you're a girl, like regardless of the amount of beer. I'm gonna find the book and probably buy a hardback, not hardback, but a physical copy. The Evolution of Desire is what the book's called, in case you want to listen to it. Pretty fun listen. Oh my god, yeah, I have tomorrow off, so I'm going to try and crush shit. Yesterday, I did the cold shower in the gym, went to the grocery store, got gas, like all these like little normal people things. But I pushed through all of my avoiding tendencies. Like I was going to have to get gas one way or another, either today or yesterday. And then last night I was driving and I didn't. I was standing in the fucking freezing cold, and the gas pump took my card, locked the card in the gas pump, but wouldn't like proceed through just whatever the paying process is. So I'd like cancel, pull my card out. Tried it one or two more times, then I just had to go inside and pay in person or in store, and man, I was getting mad. But I'm feeling good. I think it feels like it's advice time. Let's give some advice. Found hidden camera in living room. Dude, the cameras, man. The fucking cameras. What are you doing? Who are you looking at? Cameras, what are you recording? Do we really need everything recorded? You don't have the time to relive another day of life. Oh, you have the entire day filmed. It's like, and then what? Maybe you can go, yeah. But you don't have another day? You're going to waste 2 days to go through 1 day's worth of film? I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess what I'm talking about is the fact that when there's so much and there's only so little like actual time people have to use the footage, what are we making this for? It's obviously like just kind of a waste is what it feels like, or insurmountable. But I guess with AI you could probably find all the interesting parts pretty quick. Because I know with AI, like if you're playing a video game, I don't even know if it's AI or what does it, but I'm sure AI will make it better. But when you're playing a video game, it knows like the recording software or like the GPU drivers. I don't know. There's just software on your computer or in the game that will clip all of that on your screen. So that's like essentially a camera being kind of watched by a computer, and then the computer is picking out the parts that it thinks people would want to see. So I guess in theory you could have a security cam that just gives you the important recaps. I'm sure they already have that. But this girl found a hidden camera. It is creepy, man. In your own house. Let's see what she says. I'm a 22-year-old male, and I live at home with my mom and my sister, who's 28. Today, I was searching for my notepad in the living room when I saw what I thought was a water bottle lid under a wooden chest across from the back side of the couch. Looking closer, it was a round security camera plugged in and recording. Yeah, dude, the jig is up. It is sort of like, what is going on here? It's like, am I in the Truman Show? Just tell me. Is there like, am I in some type of Japanese game show right now? Do people love me in Taiwan because you like entered some sick business deal where our houses are recorded, or if essentially fish tank, but fish tank is its own thing. I'm talking about this. There's this online reality TV show done by Sam Hyde where they put a bunch of people in a house and make them do kind of degrading and stupid shit. And I've watched compilations from the first season. There's like some pretty popular internet people, or there's one popular internet guy called Airsoft Fatty who's on the first season, but they did a second season. And actually, a comedian that I met in Austin was on the second season, which was really cool. But yeah, exactly. It makes you feel like you could be on a very scummy reality TV show. I unplugged it and placed it on top of the chest. Yeah, here you go. What the fuck is this? The jig is up. How did you feel when you found your security camera unplugged? Did you feel like, oh god, the jig is up? I don't know. I don't know if I just don't get off on it. And maybe I would, but like getting off on like the power of seeing everything, like the security cameras. Like I worked at a facility with a lot of security cameras. It's actually kind of depressing. And I used to like have to wear this uniform, and like just because of the amount of surveillance, and then I put on this very like drab, low quality uniform. It felt very much like a camp. Luckily, I work in a department where I can wear normal clothes or my street clothes, so I don't quite feel like I'm a prisoner in a work camp. But I forget what the effect's called, but it affects you knowing that you're watched. But if you have nothing to hide, you didn't do anything wrong. What do you have to be worried about? I don't know. Just worried about how it changes the way people act when they know they're being watched. Isn't that weird? That we're doing that to people? We're not letting them be themselves. They're like subconsciously modifying how they act. Like, and I don't know if it's ever been studied on exactly what they modify. I'm sure it has. But I don't know, the inauthenticness of it, or the robbing people of an authentic life. I don't know, maybe that rubs me the wrong way. Okay, but yeah. I wonder how she felt when she saw the camera sitting there. If she felt the jig was up, then what are you doing with this fucking camera? But if she's just like, yeah, my camera. We have a plausible explanation. Let's let the advice seeker explain it. I was just in shock and immediately asked my mom about it, and she didn't know it was there. Okay, nobody knows it's fucking there. Who put this camera there? She said it must be a nanny cam for my sister's dog, whose bed is at the back of the couch where the camera is facing. I agree, but why hide it under the chest instead of just putting it on top? Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Why hide it? What are you hiding? But also, it's tacky and it makes people uncomfortable, so you hide it. The girl I was dating did this while we were dating. She got a camera to watch her cat. People like it. They've been doing it for years, probably over 10 years now. People have been having these kind of pet cams. Even your pet can't get no goddamn rest. Let him lick his balls in peace. Yeah. Why not announce it? Why not, hey, grown brother who I live with, grown mom who I live with who deserve privacy. Hey, there's this camera here. Unplug it if you want. I unplugged it and placed it on top of the chest. I was honestly furious. This was only about an hour ago, and I'm still beyond angry. I found the model of the camera online, and it's one of those with a remote access app and audio. That means anytime I was in the living room having a conversation, my sister could have been listening. Who the fuck puts a recording device in a communal space without asking the people who live there? Yeah. I don't know. Your 28-year-old sister and her fucking, I need to see that my dog is still there. I don't know. What has happened? Has there been like enough victories? I guess has enough anxiety been reduced by these cameras and people being able to see their cats licking water out the bowl or eating their food, like that it's worth it to sacrifice your privacy for? Okay, it's not that serious, but yeah, dude, fucking your sister. It's disappointing that she would be so inconsiderate of the communal space. Like she can't just talk to you, so she can look at her dog, which is fine. Like sometimes we get a couple good videos. Like we got that one video of the dog starting a fire. He like jumps up on the stove and ignites the burner. And then you get another video of like the dog moving the camera. It looks like he's kind of knows it's a camera and pushes it to the side so he can like chew something up or do something bad or do something bad. So it's like your dog, yeah. You got a couple jibs. Maybe everything being recorded in your intimate private spaces is worth it for that. I just don't know what to do. This is like my worst nightmare come true. Okay, guy. We don't know how long the camera's been there. It is weird. And how much shit do you talk on your sister? And what type of fucking double life are you living? Luckily for me, the stupidest things I've said, I post 5 days a week on the internet. So anything that like gets recorded in private is probably pretty tame. I don't have sensitive conversations in that room. Some of them regard the very person who put that there. Oh yeah, I've had sensitive conversations in that room. Some of them regarding the very person who put that there. Yeah, that's weird. When it's like your sister and you need to like talk shit. It's like, oh, the person who annoys the shit out of me has been watching me. You know what's so funny? Is I worked at a local sports team and we had a Ring doorbell. And the Ring doorbell, it was removable. And they were having a meeting. Like the higher ups were having a meeting and the Ring doorbell was just in the room. And one of the guys goes over and it starts playing with the Ring doorbell and like rings the bell. And that starts the camera. And the camera went to my boss who wasn't in that meeting. Just like kind of a normal guy, like not very high up. And then they were like talking shit. So it is just a fucking can of worms. You say, give me that tape, sister. I need to see what the fuck I was saying. What do you know? Do you know how annoying I think you are? Because well, this is embarrassing. If you've been filming me, this is not your time, huh? I'm pretty embarrassed, sis. Yeah, hopefully she's not like thinking about invading your privacy. Hopefully it is just about being anxious over the dog and she can see that he's sleeping in his bed and being a good boy and go about her life without letting that power corrupt. But yeah, I get it. I would be disappointed. I definitely have moments. One time I was house sitting someone, I was like, oh, I should look for a camera. And this was a long time ago that I thought that. It was maybe like 2013 or 14. over 10 years ago. But yeah, man, hopefully you can relieve some of your anxiety and you can get to the bottom of this. Like hopefully the sister can kind of be like, oh yeah, now that you say it like that, now that you kind of spell it out for me, it is obviously a bit of an invasion of privacy. So my bad, won't happen again. Hopefully you can get the camera out in public's view. Get a smile, you're on camera placard. That's what you should get her for Christmas as a gag gift. Be like, God damn it. What type of pervert are you? Hidden cameras, automatic pervert. 100%. I don't care if you have a dog. You're trying to catch some National Geographic moments. Some birds and the bees moments. And no one deserves that intimate moment to be caught on camera without consent. Okay, whatever. Kind of went off the deep end at the end there, but that's fine. Another regular episode of Cast Me Outside. Thank you so much for watching this and being here with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.